Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. Thank you for being here. Hi E, how are you doing? You have so many pressing legal and medical questions you need advice on. So excited. Yeah, definitely don't come to me for that, my friend. You are definitely not going to want to come to me for that. Definitely go to a legal or medical professional. Thank you so much. And thank you for reminding everybody that yes, I can answer any of your questions with the exceptions of legal and or medical questions. And all of my donation information can be found at the top of the chat. I accept PayPal, Venmo, and Cashapp, and I also accept SuperChat. SuperChat donations are slightly different, so check out the information in the chat or in the information for the live stream itself. My name is Sophie, for you, those of you who may be new here. I know most of my clients are in the US, so I'm guessing it's Sunday afternoon for a lot of you. I'm not in the US right now, so it's evening for me. But I wanted to pop on, and I hope you all are doing wonderfully. Sorry about that. So yeah, I am your friendly tarot reader. If you might be new here, I read tarot readings live on this live stream. I normally have a setup where you can actually see my cards, but that's not happening today. But I will show you each and every card that I do pull. And today I am using the Couture Tarot deck. I love this. I got this for the holidays, a gift. Couture Tarot by Megan Skinner. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I love it. So I am using that. And I have a whole menu of different readings to choose from. Yes, I can answer any of your questions except for medical or legal, but I also have additional readings that I can offer suggestions. I'm a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know. I have all my supplies to see and make sure that I can communicate with them. So if that is something that you are interested in, please let me know. I also, I've been studying past life regression therapy since I was very, very young. And I've been engaging in past life regression therapy for many years. Many years. I've regressed others. I've been regressed. And I found a way to do it through tarot. I discovered a way of doing it through tarot about 3.5 years ago or so. So if that is something you are interested in, please let me know as well. And it can be done with any intention. It can be done to discover something about yourself right now, or like a fear that was unexplained in your life, or recurring dreams that you may have. It can definitely explain a whole lot and shed light on a lot of different things. I also offer a soulmate confirmation reading. Soulmates don't necessarily have to be of a romantic variety. They can also be friends of ours, family members. Sorry, one sec. Sorry about that. Yeah, soulmates. I know a lot of people, when they hear the word soulmate, their knee-jerk reaction or response is romantic. Yes, a lot of our soulmates are of a romantic variety, but not always. And we have many, many different soulmates in this life. I mean, I guess depending on how old of a soul we are, but we have many different soulmates in our life, and they serve different purposes. The soulmate confirmation reading we can ask in two different ways. We can straight up ask your spirit guides and your angels if somebody that you're questioning in your life is indeed a soulmate of yours. If the answer is yes, they'll explain why. If the answer is no, they'll explain why not. Alternatively, we can also ask your angels, your messengers, your spirit guides if they give their blessing towards this particular person in your life. Getting that blessing, I will be honest, can be very difficult. I more often than not don't get blessings, but it means a lot. It means a lot when you do get your spirit's blessing towards someone in your life. They just really, really want what's best for us and for us to not settle for anything less, which I totally understand. I also, there's a type of reading I've been offering for many, many years. Some of my clients call it the OG love reading, but it doesn't have to just be for romantic questions. I've definitely answered this question for all different types of folks, for coworkers and family members, friends, what have you. But it answers 3 questions in one, and it can be done with a 5-card mini reading, or a 10-card full reading, or a 15-card in-depth reading. But it answers 3 questions in one. It lets you know what their thoughts are towards you, their feelings and their intentions, in addition to your general energies and their general energies in the situation. So I always highly recommend the love spread, or the TFI spread, really. I also offer private readings that are not on this live stream. I offer 2 different types. I offer them by appointment only. It's just one-on-one over Zoom. You can see all the cards, you can see me, you can hear me, you can give me all the context and backstory that you need, and we can answer as many questions as necessary using as many cards as needed in the allotted amount of time. And if we need to extend the amount of time, if time is permitting, then we can. Alternatively, I also offer private readings at no additional donation amount. Oh, and if you're interested in a private reading, please email me or DM me over Instagram. I also offer private readings if you have a question that you need me to answer ASAP and you don't see me online for whatever reason. I always have a deck of cards on me, always, always, always. So if you send me your donation with your question, I can get back to you at the very latest in 24 hours, but I can usually do it in 2 to 3 hours. And those are done over voice memos, over DMs on Instagram, or if you don't use Instagram, I can always type it over email. And with that being said, I think that is about it. So whoever donates next will be read for first. The donation queue is officially open. Thank you so very much. Hey, Scylla, absolutely. How are you, love? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, you would be, if you made a donation, you would be read for next. My face is here. Sorry, I was just looking down for a moment. I hope you're doing well, love. I'm doing great. I'm in Paris right now, girl. I am in Paris and loving it as I always do. Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you so much, Scylla, for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Let me go ahead and add you. Oh, it's so amazing. It's so lovely. It doesn't matter what time of year it is, it's always just so wonderfully beautiful here. I wish I could live here. Someday I will. Does W think it's in his court or my court to call again to work together because I called him and he said tomorrow night works because he got busy and I said okay and it works for me too and no response. Okay, does W think it's in his court to call again to work together? I mean, right off the cuff, it sounds like it's a done deal and you'll be working, but because sometimes like it sounds like there might not have needed to be if he said okay, that was the confirmation, you know. But let's double check. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does W think it's in his court to call Scylla to work together? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does W think it's in his court to call Scylla to work together? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does W think it's in his court to call Scylla to work together? Masters and Spirit Guides, does W think it's in his court to call Scylla to work? Masters and Spirit Guides, does W think it's in his court to call Scylla to work? Masters and Spirit Guides, does W think it's in his court to call Scylla to work? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, does W think it's in his court to call Scylla to work together? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, does W think it's in his court for Scylla to work? Ancient Masters and Spirits, does W think it's in his court to call Scylla to work? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, does W think it's in his court to call Scylla to work? Yeah, it's just I called once, and since he said give me a call, I did, and he messaged me. He messaged immediately saying tomorrow night works better, and I said all good, tomorrow night works for me too, and no response. So wondering if he shouldn't have messaged back, or I call back again. Should he call me or message me at least? Um, I had an issue with this recently myself with a job, and I asked I asked around, and I was like, am I supposed to like have another confirmation? And basically, the answer was no. Like because they had said yes to it, that it was confirmed. So he may think that it's already confirmed, but let's see. We have the Ace of Cups, the World reversed, Five of Wands, the Tower reversed, and Two of Cups reversed. Yeah, I don't feel like he thinks that the ball's in his court to have to call you. Um, Especially with this World reversed card, Two of Cups reversed card. Um, I think that it sounds like it's been confirmed. From everything you're telling me, it sounds like you're confirmed to work for tomorrow night. Um, but if you need some extra closure or extra confirmation, I don't think there would be harm in reaching out to him, texting him exactly that. Like, hey, I just wanted to confirm that I'm still working tomorrow for you or with you, you know. But I skipped that night again because he didn't say anything. So maybe he's having an ego game because maybe he's attracted to me. That's possible, but you know, dealing with those things as well, you have to just keep it as professional as possible, and try not to have that sneak into your head, because it really is. Even if he's attracted to you, it is business. At the end of the day, it's all business. Um, it's So he thinks it's in my court. It's not exactly a job. It's a partnership. It's work, not confirmed, but confirmed we could work together. I don't think he doesn't think that it's in his court. I'll tell you that. And I also don't feel that I think he feels like everything's kosher, but it's work. It's work. It's a gig. It's whatever we want to call it. I know it's not a job. To work on something together. Okay, it's a gig. You're working together. It's work. And it sounds like he confirmed, yes, tomorrow night works. I don't think I don't think he feels that he needs to give you any additional confirmation. And I think he's expecting to work with you tomorrow. Um, but it sounds like you want extra confirmation. And if that's the case, I would do that. I would simply reach out to him and just say, hey, I just wanted to double check that we're still working together tomorrow. Just wanted extra confirmation. Just keep it professional, simple. You're not being too much or overreacting or anything like that. So he feels I should be calling again. It's not for tomorrow. This was the other day. It's not that he feels no, Scylla. It's not that he feels that you should be calling him. I think he feels that the work is has been set. Like, you guys are going to work together, and there's no more that needs to be discussed. I don't think he's waiting to hear for an extra confirmation from you. I don't think he's I can tell he's not intending on or feeling that he needs to create an extra confirmation with you either. Um, so he said tomorrow night, and you never heard anything. It's not a super professional partnership. He kissed me on his head for or on your head. Yeah, and I understand that, love. I understand that. But even so, there are still levels of professionalism within that you can take charge of and have as well. Um, and I understand it's a creative partnership, etc. But I think I don't think he's expecting you to call him. I don't think he's expecting to call you, but it sounds like you want extra confirmation. So I think that it's very wise for you to simply message him and ask for extra confirmation here, just so you're absolutely sure that you are working together tomorrow. Or whenever the next time you are working together. I think that he thinks that it's on, that it's not a question, it's already been confirmed, enough has been spoken about it. But if you feel in the dark, well, I don't think there was an ad. I have to listen back. So what should I do based on the cards? Because he said tomorrow night works for the call, and you said all good, and he said nothing. We confirmed, but we both skipped the night. So, okay, so he said tomorrow night works for the call, and so we skipped the night to call because he said nothing. Well, I don't see him with an intention of reaching out to you again about this. So if that's the case, there's two scenarios here. Either he just assumes that you guys are going to work together, or he I think I don't even think it's two scenarios. I think he assumes that this is going to happen. You guys are going to work together, but it sounds like you need extra confirmation to be sure that you are going to be working together. I would simply ask that. He's not going to reach out to you. That's what the cards are saying. I don't see the cards saying that he's going to reach out to you to confirm it again. So I think it's well within your being polite, being professional, being, I think it's well within your bounds to reach out. I'm so confused. Why won't he reach out to me? Because he feels like everything's fine. He feels like there's nothing to confirm. Okay, Scylla, if he were to reach out to you, wouldn't it be for the sake of him? And he already said that you guys are going to work together. So you're asking why wouldn't he want you to, or why wouldn't he reach out to you again? The way that I see that is because he feels that everything's been discussed. There's nothing there. It's been set that you guys are going to work together to talk about the call for the work. Okay, so there's details that need to be discussed before you guys work? Was that part of this? If that's the case, then I still say, yeah, he feels that the ball is in your court, so to speak. But if there is no discussion that needs to be had and it's just a confirmation, we were supposed to have a call for more work details and budgets, then I would definitely reach out to him. I don't see him reaching out to you. I don't know why. It could be a lack of professionalism. I don't think it's a personal thing. I can't promise you that it's not, but I wouldn't start letting that get it to your head. Just take things as they are. I would reach out to him just for confirmation. Yeah, and because you guys needed to talk on the phone about extra details. And if he hasn't reached out to you and he has no intention of reaching out to you at this point, I see no harm in you doing that. And I don't think I don't get the sense that he's trying to be withholding or difficult. I get the sense that he's a very busy guy and he's a creative, he's a professional. I don't think this is, I definitely don't get the sense this is something personal, like he's trying to slight you or anything like that. So the vibe is saying he won't do it, but it won't say why. Yeah, of course you can donate again. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's saying he won't do it. It's not saying why specifically. I mean, my theory is that, like I mentioned, there's a few things. He's a very busy guy. He has other work as well. And he may just feel like this has already been discussed. But like you said, you guys do need to have a call about talking about budgets and different details regarding the work. Thank you so much, girl, for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, love. You are correctamundo there. Do not communicate like as ladies. Since there is attraction, I feel there. Oh, so I did take some time to respond back to him 3 days as I was sick, and we both would take a day to respond to each. So what is the reason for him not messaging back? Is he playing ego games? Since there is attraction, I feel there. Okay, let's see. Do you know his sign? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is W playing games with Scylla by not messaging her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is W playing games with Scylla by not messaging her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is W playing games with Scylla by not messaging her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is W playing games with Scylla by not messaging her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is W playing games with Scylla by not messaging her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is W playing games with Scylla by not messaging her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is W playing games with Scylla by not messaging her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is W trying to play games with Scylla but they're not messaging her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is W trying to play games with Scylla by not messaging her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is W trying to play games with Scylla by not messaging her? Okay, we have 9 of Wands, King of Swords reversed, Knight of Pentacles, Death reversed, and 5 of Pentacles reversed. King of Swords reversed is the only card here. From the call again for next day. He didn't message me back. No, I don't know. Signy's mysterious. Okay. Yeah. The only card here that's making me feel like there could be some potential game playing here is this King of Swords reversed. But we have this Knight of Pentacles right here in the center, which is the workhorse. And I know you said that there's attraction between the two of you. This is a creative project. It's not, a jobby job. It's not, super professional like in like the traditional context. I understand that, but it's still money at the end of the day. It's still business at the end of the day. And the Knight of Pentacles is the workhorse. And also this 5 of Pentacles reversed and Death reversed. If these were both upright, I'd say I think he is trying to play games, but this is I don't think he is. I don't think he is, love. I think it comes more from a place of ignorance. Him not reaching out to you. It could be ignorance. It could be him. He's got a heavy load. I mean, it's possible he could be trying to play it cool a little bit. Because there is this with his 9 of Wands, he is guarded. You mentioned he's very mysterious. I see that. He is guarded, but I'm not getting game playing here or like ego, messing with ego stuff. He's not trying to leave you out in the cold or hurt you. He's not trying to hurt you. I'm convinced that he's got things going on right now. I don't know how much. Well, you said he's mysterious. I don't know how well you know him in that regard, but I don't know what else he does for a living, what he does to make money, how busy he is. But something tells me he's an extremely busy guy when it comes to work and money, and has his he's got a lot going on. A lot of fish to fry, and it doesn't mean that you're not worth that you're not worth frying, that you're not a fish worth frying. That's not what I'm saying. But I think it's an important job, and he wants to work with you. But he does have other affairs to attend to. of the work variety. And what I'm getting more from his energy is like it's not overwhelmed with the, especially with this Knight of Pentacles up right in the center. I'm not getting the sense that he's overwhelmed. I think he's kind of used to having quite a bit of work. But he does things his own way, and because he doesn't have a direct boss that he answers to, at least I think for a lot of the money that he makes, he is his own boss and does things his own way. That was another message I was getting, is that this guy does things his own way. They're not necessarily conventional. His methods to his madness, whatever we want to call it. So I don't think he's playing games with you. I don't. I think I think you do mean something to him, and I think he wants to work with you. And I don't think he'd be displeased if you reached out to him. Well, that was the thing, is that was the only card that was sticking. Let me. That was I mentioned that was the only card out of all 5 that seemed a little strange to me. But let's get into this a little bit more because there's nobody else here. With this king, I wish you could see my cards right now, because with all the other cards, this King of Swords reverse doesn't really come out to mind games to me. This is someone who I believe, this to me tells me that he manages quite a few different enterprises and individuals when it comes to money, and he does things his own way. He determines how he operates, and he determines his logic on his own terms. Normally, I would say, yeah, King of Swords, wow, totally, yeah, that's mind games, because that is very much, you're right, that is very much a mind games card. But when we have the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, Death reversed, and Five of Pentacles reversed, you add King of Swords to that narrative, or not, yeah, when you add the King of Swords to that equation, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up to me as mind games so much as one of two things, or both, either doing things his own way or ignorance, which I mentioned earlier. I think this stems more from a place of ignorance or forgetfulness. Again, I don't want to say overwhelmed. I don't think overwhelmed is the right term to use, because I think that he handles things. He's grace under pressure. He handles stress, but he does have a lot that he needs to tend to. So what's the reason of lack of responses? I'm confused. Ignorance, as in forgetfulness. Yes, forgetfulness. Yeah. That's what I think. I think it's just a level of forgetfulness. I don't think he's playing games. I don't think he's trying deliberately to ignore you. But in that word, yeah, ignorance is I think the key word there. He's not trying to hurt you. He's not trying to screw you over. I'm fully convinced that he does indeed want to work with you. You told me he's mysterious. Again, I don't know how much you know about him, but I would wager that he's got a lot going on. He does a lot to make money and has several different ventures, and it can be hard to be super focused on each one. Sometimes you have to be the advocate. Sometimes you have to be your own advocate. So he's playing it cool or wants me to chase it. Like, why not respond? What vibe gives you? He wants to work with me. I think he's really, really busy, and yeah, I completely get the vibe that he wants to work with you. I think you're likely, the reason why this is, playing out in your head the way it is because there is that attraction between the two of you. But I really wouldn't take this personally. I really wouldn't. It's hard. I know it can be hard not to when there's attraction there. But I sincerely just don't get the sense that he's trying to hurt you, trying to play games with you. At the most, I think he's trying to play play things cool, not seem not seem super eager or too eager, Um, and he could have responded. You're absolutely right. He could have responded, but I would also wager that his text message inbox has 500 messages on it. And I'm not saying, yeah, I think he's incredibly busy. And I'm not saying that that means that you're not a priority or he doesn't care about you, but he has a lot on his plate is what I think. Um, but yeah, no, if I felt or saw that I felt like he didn't want to work with you or he was screwing around with you, I would tell you. Um, and I'm just not getting that sense. Um, I am seeing a very busy fellow, and yeah, just doing working creative jobs myself. Sometimes you do have to chase that down. Working with creative folks can be difficult. Working with anyone can be difficult, but sometimes you have to chase people down. Sometimes, um, which is not fun and not fair, but yeah, again, he's not trying to be unfair to you. It comes from a place of just unknowing and ignorance. Um, but yeah, no, I think this is going to work out. And like I said, if you guys need to have you need to have a telephone call regarding the details, I would definitely reach out to him and just you know ask him when you guys are going to hash things out there and have that conversation. Um, yeah, so that is what I am seeing for you, Miss Scylla. Thank you very much, love. I appreciate you. Try and find out his sign. I'm wondering if he's a Scorpio, because you mentioned he's mysterious, and we got the death reversed there. I'm getting Scorpio energy there. Um, so yeah, and he's a mysterious guy, so we don't know what his life entirely looks like. But I do definitely get the sense that he's definitely a busy one there. All right, so the donation queue is currently open. If you have a question, please just send in your donation or let me know, and I am more than happy to read for you. Thank you. And thank you so much again, Miss Scylla. I'm really interested to know how things go. If you want to keep me updated, I would really like to know. Thank you, love. Wait, the so it said subscribers can only chat and you're subbed. Also, the ads are. I can't change the ads, hun. It took me like 3 minutes for the chat to work again. That's really bizarre. I don't. I have no idea how to fix that. I know with the subs chat, I can't take that off, hun, because if I take that off, then I'm at risk of people harassing me. Um, it keeps not letting me type even when I'm subbed. It's so annoying. It blocks it off. The ads are very minute, girl. Yeah, the ads I can't do anything about, and if it brings you any closure or happiness, I get paid for the ads that are on here. That's just part of me being monetized on YouTube. Um, in terms of the chat, I don't know. I'm so sorry about that. That sounds incredibly irritating, and I don't know how to fix that. I'm trying to, I'm like racking my brain if I've ever experienced that with someone else's channel. You know, someone came to my channel once and said um, that they had experienced that on someone else's channel. They were they weren't allowed to, or they, yeah, it was doing the same thing. They were subscribed, it still wasn't allowing them to type. I don't know if it could possibly be because I'm in France right now, that maybe there's some kind of weird delay. I'll look into it though for sure. Thank you for letting me know. Every 5 minutes would be better. Yeah, I can't change that, hun. I don't put the ads in automatically. There's no way for me to do that. It's a bit too much by understanding. Yeah, no, there's nothing I can do about the ads, hun. I know it's annoying. That's why I have YouTube Premium. I can't stand the ads on YouTube, and they're literally on every channel. And I know it's worse and better with some other channels. I don't know how they determine that, like how many ads, excuse me, go on one channel versus another. Um, but yeah, it's a pain in the butt, and I'm sorry about that, but nothing I can do there. But yeah, no, I really want to know about the yeah, premium is where it's at. The only mess premium, yeah, and it's getting it's like I think it's like $13 a month now. It used to be hella cheap. It used to be like $10 a month or something, but it keeps going up. But it is so worth it. But what drives me bananas is that I have premium for my main channel, and it doesn't give it to my other channels. I'm like, seriously, for as much as I'm paying annually, not just monthly, but annually for the service, you can't hook it up? Like, what? Um, damn, that yeah, I have my live stream on my phone. I get ads on this. This isn't my premium channel that I have my stream on my phone. I get ads about, I think it's every, probably I'd say about every 6 to 7 or 8 minutes. Definitely not every minute. Um, but yeah, about, I'd say at the with like the shortest, and the intervals are kind of different too. Sometimes I won't see an ad for like a good, like, I'm not even joking, like a good like 20 to 30 minutes, and then like they'll just start rolling in. So I don't know. YouTube is a an interest an interesting beast, that I'm not going to say anything badly about, because we love YouTube, but it does change certain things from time to time as well. Sorry, I'll be right back. Thank you so much, Miss Girl. Thank you so much, Stella, for your donation. All right, let's go ahead and add you. How can I help you, my dear? I'm not. This isn't soup, by the way. It's just tea. Just a bigger cup. Yes, it is so good. Which reminds me, the best tea in the world I find here. It's this really good rooibos. I need to get myself a tin while I'm here because I go through that stuff. But yeah, my favorite is rooibos tea. I love it. Yeah, especially on cold nights too. Very relaxing. Excuse me. Stuffy nose. I want to know how he feels about me not chasing to work with him after he didn't respond. And that I've been playing it cool too. Okay. How long have the two of you been, how long have you known one another? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how does W feel about Scylla not chasing to work with him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how does W feel about Scylla not chasing to work with him after he doesn't respond? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how does W feel about Scylla not chasing to work with him after he didn't respond? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how does W feel about Scylla not chasing to work with him after he didn't respond? Angels, spirit guides, how does W feel about Scylla not chasing to work with him after he didn't respond? Angels, spirit guides, how does W feel about Scylla not chasing to work with him after he didn't respond? Angels, spirit guides, how does W feel about not in 4 years? Oh, so you know each other for quite a while. Okay, okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how does W feel about Scylla not chasing to work with him after he didn't respond? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how does W feel about Scylla not chasing to work with him after he didn't respond? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how does W feel about Scylla not chasing to work with him after he didn't respond? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how does W feel about Scylla not chasing to work with him after he didn't respond? But you haven't spoken in 4 years, okay. Okay, love, we have the Emperor, the Hierophant reversed, Five of Pentacles reversed, the Hanged Man reversed, and King of Wands. Huh. These are kind of similar energies to the last reading I just did. I want to get some extra clarity. This Five of Pentacles reversed has shown up twice now. Okay, that makes sense. So the Five of Pentacles is often indicative of like gig work or extra work, not like a jobby job, but like work that's like, you know, a project or something, like a gig that's going to make you money. So this has repeated itself twice now, this Five of Pentacles reversed. How does he feel about you not chasing him after he did not respond? We do have the Emperor here. I did notice this. The Emperor. I do feel like he is the type. I mentioned earlier that he's the type who does things his own way, has a very specific way of doing things. And usually those types of folks tend to be control freaks. Um, I'm not saying he's a control freak, but they tend to have control issues. Um, and it's low key making me. I don't think this is to try and control you or have control over you, but I think this is just something he does with like almost everybody in his life. Um, and I see this. We have both the Emperor and we have the King of Wands. Like he has a lot of business ventures. He's definitely a boss to many, and he's not unfair. Like the Emperor upright, the King of Wands upright, they're not unfair, but it's definitely strong masculine energies of power. Um, and again, doing things one's own way. So if he's not used to reaching out to people or even responding to certain messages, he's likely used, and I know you guys have attraction to one another, but even despite that, he's likely used to this happening. Like I keep on seeing his iMessages like inbox, and I swear there's like 583 messages in it that are unread. He works and talks to a lot of people, and in that communication, it can be difficult for him to hold to manage things. Um, and he definitely does things unconventionally and does things by the beat of his own drum with this Hierophant reversed. Um, but with this Hangman reversed, I don't see this as him playing. Hi, Lorraine. Happy New Year to you too. Good to see you. This Hangman reversed is telling me that this is the way he's operated for a while. So how does he feel about me not chasing it and keeping it cool then? I'm confused. Well, we asked let me see how you typed your question. We asked specifically how he felt about you not chasing to work with him after he didn't respond. And the way that he feels is quite normal. This is normal for him. This is normal for him. This is another Tuesday afternoon for him, or whatever. This is normal for him. Like I said, I feel like he has a huge inbox of iMessages that he hasn't even read or touched. You're not one of them, but this is how he's used to doing business. Um, there's no cups here. I don't want to. I don't want to say it like this, but I don't think there's really any feelings involved here. There's not a lot of emotions. King of Wands, the Emperor, Hierophant reversed, Five of Pentacles reversed, the Hangman reversed. These very emotionless, feelingless cards. And I'm not saying that he has no feelings or no emotions. I'm just, you know, um, reinforcing what I said earlier, that, despite the fact that the two of you are attracted to one another, business at the end of the day, and this is how he does business. This is how he is used to doing business. So he basically doesn't care and he expects me to chase it. So I'm doing business is him basically making people chase for it. No, that's not what I said. He's not he doesn't like, and it's not like he gets off on making people chase for business. That's not it. That's not it at all. We mentioned this earlier. His level of forgetfulness, like I would imagine he definitely has ADHD. I don't know if he treats it in any way, and I don't know if he has a personal assistant. Sounds like he definitely needs one. This is about negligence. This is not about him wanting people to chase him. This is about him more being used to that happening because he is so overwhelmed. If you want to work with him, you've got to really show it. Doesn't matter who you are, you've got to really show that, you're going to be there and you're confirming. And I don't think it's a test or anything. It's just how he's used to doing work. Doesn't mean that it's the right way to do it, but it's his way of doing it. This Hierophant reversed. It's just he's busy and I have to circle back. And he forgets. He's very busy. There you go. He's super busy. That much you know about him. So low key subconscious test. I don't think so. No, I don't think it's a low key subconscious test. I think I think this is how he's treated people he works with for many years. And I guess, yeah, kind of a low key subconscious. In his mind, he's not thinking to himself, oh, I don't want to work with someone unless they really like reach out for it. I don't think it's that, but that may have been ingrained. Actually, you're right. That may have been ingrained over the years. So that would be a subconscious thought, or a subconscious operation. And think about it from his perspective, Miss Scylla. If I'm assuming correctly, I think he works with a lot of folks. He's got his hands in many pies. He's got a lot of things going on. Now, if you're working with hundreds of people at any one time in different, contexts, there's going to be some people that are not so into, or not so, that are not going to be as reliable as others. And oftentimes, the ones that are really communicative and are really forceful about not forceful, but very on top of their communication are the ones, that they're the early birds that get the worm. Do you think I should chase it if I want it, girl? I think that I don't like the term chasing it. I don't think you're chasing. If you feel like you are chasing for the job, then I don't think that's a good thing. But I don't think you are. I'm convinced he wants to work with you. I'm convinced he's more than happy to work with you. He's just got a lot on his plate, and it's hard when, because I work with a lot of people and I have friends that just have a lot more going on in their life than I do, and it's hard for me to put myself in their shoes. But at this point, we kind of do have to just put ourselves in our shoes. This guy's a very busy guy, and texting him asking for confirmation that you guys are indeed going to work together, that's not chasing him and that's not chasing work. That's just solidifying a yes or a no. What vibe do you get from him working with me, like wanting to? I get that he really wants to work with you. I keep on saying that. And that's the one question we haven't asked, or that's one of the questions we haven't asked. But I definitely get that vibe. Not once have I gotten the inclination that he doesn't want to work with you. You know me, I would tell you. If I got even like the tiniest whiff of that, I would tell you. But I'm not getting that. I'm getting a very busy guy who's working with a lot of people, and I don't know how long he's been doing what he's doing, but he has noticed that, people who are more eager, more communicative tend to be better workers. And yeah, I think you're right that it's like a subconscious, like, assessment there. Not really a test, but an assessment, like, who would be the ideal person for the job. I'm doing great, Lorraine. Thank you so much. I'm in France right now, so it's 9:30 in the evening where I am right now. So, and I was kind of got tired, not tired, but like a little cold earlier. So I was like, I'm gonna go back, go home, and go live. So that's why I'm on now. I know I normally am not, like, I normally like cannot read in the afternoons. Like I'm very much a night reader. So when I saw that the time was afternoon in the U.S., I was like, oh, that's a good one there. But yeah, Scylla, the vibe I get is that he definitely wants to work with you, for sure, for sure. I meant, how can you tell from the cards he wants to work with me, girl? Like Emperor? It's not specifically from the cards. Well, yes, the cards, but it's what the cards are telling me. That Knight of Pentacles, yeah, the Emperor. I wouldn't even go into specific cards, but it's more about the narrative of every answer that I've been giving you. If he didn't really sincerely want to work with you, any question we would have asked regarding you and him working together would have answered if he just wasn't into it. Trust me. I see. Okay, just making sure it's the vibe. Yeah. No, because it would show up. It would show up if we asked, or like even for the first question, like why hasn't he, confirmed? Why didn't he respond to my message? Um, I immediately got that he wanted to work with you, for sure. Um, just that he can be not difficult to work with, but difficult to coordinate with. For sure, for sure. Thank you so much, love. Thank you. Thank you so much, Scylla, for your donation, love. Thank you, thank you. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. What makes him want to work with me? As in, why overall? Have the two of you worked together in the past? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what makes W want to work with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what makes W want to work with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what makes W want to work with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what makes W want to work with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why does W want to work with Scylla? You were in a music video together, okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what makes W want to work with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what makes W want to work with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what makes W want to work with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what makes W want to work with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what makes W want to work with Scylla? Okay, we have Queen of Wands reversed, Two of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Emperor. It's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. You're good at what you do, love. You're good. That's how we met for you. Okay, I was, or I figured that's likely how you guys met. You're good. You're beautiful. You're good at what you do. You show up. You're accountable. You're reliable. Um, he has experienced this working with you in the past. It works out. It works out with this Three of Pentacles. You're good at working with people collaboratively. And when I say people, I mean specifically him. You guys work very well collaboratively. He likes your style in terms of of your work ethic and how you work. Um, you also go by the beat of your own drum with this Queen of Wands reversed. Is you're incomparable. You're very unique, um, and you're very unlike a lot of the other folks whom he has worked with over the years. I just explained. Did you just heard me say, right, what this means? That you're unlike anyone else. You go by the beat of your own drum, and he likes that. He likes your individuality, your uniqueness. And you're definitely like there's no point of like he has a lot of clarity when it comes to wanting to work with you. Reverse is usually negative. Well, I asked as you were answering. Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering if you typed that while I was answering. Yeah, reverse can often sometimes be negative. It depends on the card, and it also depends on the context of the cards themselves. All five of them. I wish I could show you right now, but it's like a math equation or a narrative in a story. Going by just one card can be very dangerous and incorrect. Like, for example, earlier with that King of Swords reverse, yeah, that's often seen as mind games. But when you have those other four cards with it, it turns into something different. And that's what I'm seeing here. Queen of Wands reverse can often have a negative connotation, but not with the rest of these cards here. No, no way. No, this is positive here. And he really likes your drive, your ambition, your beauty. He's definitely very attracted to you. That is part of this with this Knight of Wands for sure. Knight of Wands is also the Sagittarius court card. And he finds with this Emperor, he finds a similarity in the way that the two of you work, approach work, approach money. Um, yeah, I mean, we literally have the collaborative working card here, right in the center. This Three of Pentacles. Absolutely, he. There's more than one reason why he wants you on board and he wants to work with you. He wants to make this. Excuse me. He wants to make this project happen for sure. Um, yeah, no, this is all very good. This is all very good. And if this Queen of Wands reversed was bad, I would tell you. I would tell you, silly. You know me. Girl, how long I've been reading for you for years. I keep it real. If it was bad, I would let you know. I would let you know. I'm just not getting bad energy from this guy. I'm really not. I see overall, what's the vibe of why from everything? I'm confused. What? Sorry, what are you confused about? Just because of professionalism, right? And he sees a similarity from me. Yeah, the way that you guys approach work, the way that you guys approach money, uh, artistic direction, creativity. Um, I mean, this is really what you want to see. Like you legit got like the best card in this context. The Three of Pentacles, when we're asking about work and why someone would want to work with someone or why someone is justifying working for someone, you want to see the Three of Pentacles. It's literally collaborative work. One of my favorite tarot decks, the way that they illustrate the Three of Pentacles is my job. It's an art instructor, an art student, and an artist model. The three collaboratively need to work in order to make that happen. Just because of professionalism, right? He seems we both have a similar style and energy, I think. Yeah, except he's way more guarded, I feel. And that was that Nine of Wands, too. That Nine of Wands that showed up earlier. That Nine of Wands is definitely a symbol that someone's more guarded. Um, I don't know if he's a lot older than you or what the deal is there, but I do get that sense that he's kind of been through, I don't want to say a lot, but he's been through enough where he's definitely had to put those guards up. Um, Three of Pentacles, I get that with him too when I read. Yeah, that's awesome, Scylla. If you're getting the Three of Pentacles when you read for him, that's legit because that's honestly like what I would have wanted to have seen if I was asking the same question for myself. That's exactly what I would want to see. Is like, oh, just like genuinely like really does want to work with me. Um, I'm not sure how old he is. I'm assuming he's older. Of course, love. Of course, I am here for you. I am here for you. So overall, good vibes, and just need to circle back. Absolutely, I'm getting good vibes. I'm getting good vibes. I really am. You know me, honey. I almost said I'm so judgmental. No, I try not to be judgmental, but if I do see there's something not right, I tell you. This feels good. This feels good. I think it's because there's attraction. It's easy to get in one's head about something, and especially when there's work involved too. But no, you're kosher, love. I really feel like this is very sincere, genuine. Hi, Yvette. Thank you so much. Thank you. I still haven't received your donation, Miss Scylla. Let me just see here. Might just take a minute to notify me. There we go. I see it. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Scylla. Yeah, no, I got it. I for some reason I didn't get a notification, which is weird, but I went to my account. Okay, that is so weird. Okay, there. Let's go ahead and add you here. Okay, no problem. So how does he feel about me overall? Do you want me to do the thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread, or do you just want me to ask how he feels about you overall? Okay. You guys have known each other for 4 years. I know there's, you know, or you met him 4 years ago, but I feel like that's definitely enough time to ask to do the TFI spread. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? And we just received a donation. Thank you so much, Miss Yvette. Let me go ahead and add you here. Thank you, love. I just got the notification. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Okay, we have Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands reversed, Page of Cups, an Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay, this is good. This is good. I know you were complaining about, or not complaining, but questioning the Queen of Wands reversed earlier. We will get into that, but this overall is very good, my love. I like this, Scylla. Let's start with your general current energies. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we have the Knight of Pentacles. Do you feel, well, despite the fact that he's not being super communicative with you in the way that you would ideally like to see, I do get the sense that you feel like he's good with money. He's smart with money, and he's reliable. I correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's done anything or said anything, at least not major, that has made you feel as though he's not a reliable person. Um, at the very least, a very stable person, very, very emotionally stable. His general energies, we have the Ace of Swords. He really feels like there's a lot of potential between the two of you, major potential. Um, Aces being a beginning. This is a new beginning. Of course, you guys have known each other or you met 4 years ago. You guys have kind of reconnected, it sounds. But swords are the realm of the mind. This card features a Cartier diamond ring. Um, they're the realm of the mind. They're the realm of intellect. I mentioned earlier that, sorry, my nose is really stuffy. I sound really nasal. I mentioned earlier that part of why he wants to work with you, really wants to work with you, is because he sees a mutual similarity between the two of you in how you work, how you communicate, how you operate. Um, he sees a lot of potential there, a lot of potential. I think in both work, definitely in work between the two of you, possibly beyond. I'm getting to that in just a moment because His thoughts towards you, we have the Knight of Cups. That's the knight in shining armor. Hi, Yvette. Thank you so much. I'm currently reading for Scylla right now. You'll be next. Thank you. So his thoughts towards you, we have the Knight of Cups, the knight in shining armor. This is the guy that every girl wants to be with. He pulls out the red carpet for you. He pulls out all the stops to let you know that he thinks that you are really something special. And I mentioned it earlier too. He thinks you are unlike, and and it was this card, this Queen of Wands reverse. You thought it was a bad card. I'm like, not in this context. And here it is again with his feelings. You are unlike any other queen he's ever met. He's met a lot of really beautiful, amazing, funny, smart, talented girls. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of us out there, okay? He's met a lot of them. But there's something very unique, very special about you. There's something that he sees that's different about you that he really is very, very much drawn to. You go by the beat of your own drum, and a lot of girls do go by the beat of their own drum. But he likes the beat. He really likes the beat that you go to, that you walk to, that you live by. And he intends to be your special guy. At least the beginnings of it. The Page of Cups is the crush card. It's the precursor to the Knight of Cups. He wants to get to know you more. He wants to get to know you more in that way. So he may also, girl, I didn't even think about this. But part of his hesitation to work together, it's not hesitation, but he wants to work with you, but part of his lack of communication in the way that you want it to be could possibly be related to him assessing how much, what do I want from this relationship with Scylla? Do I want to work with her and date her? Would I be able to do both? Or because given the choice, I think he would rather date you than work with you. If it came to a matter of one or the other, which I know it's not coming to that matter, but he really does want to work with you. But damn, he really also wants to be romantic with you. I can tell you're crushing on him, and he's crushing on you. This is legit the crush card, Page of Cups. I knew you were crushing on him because that's how our brains go when we have feelings for someone. If this was a job with any old person, you wouldn't be asking me these questions. You know what I mean? Like, we only ask these questions. Yvette, I will call your name when it's your turn. Thank you so much. If this was just any job and with any old boss, you wouldn't be questioning. Okay, well, why didn't he confirm this extra text? Why didn't he respond to my message? You know what I mean? I feel an attraction on both ends. It's rough. That's why I hope to date eventually, because it would be easier to work and be free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're all good, Miss Yvette. You are all good, sweetheart. Thank you. Yeah, and it's something that we had that two of swords that came up earlier. That's I think that's something that he's thinking about here is, you know, I can tell you right off the bat, I know for sure he wants to work with you. We know that. But with this question, this is telling me that he also wants to date you. Now, does he want to do both? Does he want to date a girl that he's also working with? Because some people don't want that, you know? So, so you're saying hesitation because of attraction? The lack of response is good. He's feeling a crush. He's definitely feeling a crush, girl. Absolutely. Yeah, I've been telling you this whole time. This lack of response is not bad. He's not trying to hurt you at all. Where did you say you said? So you're saying hesitation because of attraction? When did I mention hesitation? Which card talks about hesitation? What did I say? Oh, was it, you mean hesitation? Oh, I think I know you. Yeah, when I was saying he kind of hesitant. because he's wondering if because he definitely feels a crush. He's definitely crushing on you, and he's definitely seeing potential. That Ace of Swords, yeah, he definitely sees potential between you and him being romantic. And I just know that people are different. Some people are fine with dating someone who they work with. Some people really don't want that. And part of this hesitation that maybe I was talking about, this not reaching out to you, might be just personal assessment. Like, I know I want to work with her, but I also want to go about this the right way. I have a crush on her, and a crush, or like, what do I want from the? You said because with the Oh yeah, and that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Is he's going back and forth here. He knows he wants to work with you, and he is going to work with you, but he's not playing games. What's holding him back, I think, is I still stand by the fact that he's very 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 busy, and there's a large part of ignorance there. But I think he's also personally assessing how what I want to work with Scylla if we started dating. I'm fine dating with someone I work with. Yeah, personal assessment is true, so it's good we're talking both. Taking our thing. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you're on his mind, love. You are definitely on his mind. Yeah, just because even if there's silence, you're on his mind right now. And I think he's trying to evaluate. If I, do I want, how comfortable am I dating someone who I'm working with, and if I am, if I'm not, can I keep it to a minimum? Because he does really want to work with you. He really appreciate you. Yeah. Sassy sessions are good. Also, what does Knight of Pentacles mean in this for me? I told you the Knight of Pentacles is your general energies, and the Knight of Pentacles is indicative of a man who you can rely on, a man who is responsible, a man who you can work for, work with, make money with, a man who isn't going to let you down, a man who does also take his time. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving out of all of the knights. He does take his time. He definitely makes assessments. He definitely takes his time to make assessments. So I think things are good here, Scylla. I think you're on the right track with him. Take things, slowly and surely. This looks good. It really does. I not once have I gotten a whiff of him being manipulative or not interested. He's totally interested, totally on board. I see. So his thoughts for me is he knows he could be that guy for me work wise. Yeah, yeah. And that as you should take your time. Absolutely. Slow and steady always wins the race is what I always say. For sure. For sure. Yeah, no, that was a great question to ask. I think that brought a lot of clarity to the entirety of the situation there. He's not playing games, but he does. You're right, and I felt it too. He's definitely very very attracted to you. Definitely got a crush on you. Yeah, and is probably trying to play it cool. We all do when we like someone. Um, but don't fret. Don't worry. He wants to work with you. He's going to work with you. Of course, girl. How long have I been reading for you? Like, legitimately, I'm wondering. I think it's been 4 years now. I think you came to my channel maybe a year after I started it. I would never lie to you. I don't lie to anyone, but I certainly wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. No, that I not once did I see that he wasn't interested or anything. Of course. Love. Would you reach out next or wait for him? I would reach out. I would reach out. I think 5 to 6 years, girl. I'm not sure. Wait, what's been 5 to 6 years? Oh, since you've, oh yeah. Well, I've had my channel, it'll be 5 years that I've had my channel in February. It'll be the 5 year anniversary. So I think, yeah, I think I started reading for you like maybe the first year. But yeah, absolutely. I'm more than happy to read for you again, love. Thank you. We do have Miss Yvette made a donation for a mini reading, and everybody gets four up to 20 cards per turn. So Yvette will be next, and if you make a donation now, Miss Zilla, you will be after Yvette. Thank you so much. Yvette, please come to the chat. Thank you. And please go ahead and post your question. Hi, Yvette. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and post your question. Oh, there she is. Thank you. Okay. I've been looking at the trend about 2016 being 10 years ago, and it made me nostalgic. Oh, I didn't know it was a trend, but yeah, 2016 was 10 years ago. I know. I was at a memorial today from 2015, and I was like, yeah, that's 11 years ago, almost 11 years ago, yeah. But also bittersweet since there is no one from this time that I am close to now, and it aches my heart kind of. Oh, I'm sorry, Yvette. The other day I decided to do the last severing of ties with the past by removing someone off my social media because the time to fix it has passed. I sent her love, but things will never be the same. Yeah, I'm sorry, Yvette. That's rough. Sorry with the hiccups. That's rough. Um, yeah, but sometimes we do need to close those chapters just to bring ourselves closure, give ourselves grace. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Yvette. What does my spirit team want to tell me about me finally closing this chapter with BC Virgo relative? Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What do Yvette's spirit guides want to tell her about closing the chapter with BC? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What do Yvette's spirit guides want to let her know about closing the chapter with BC? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What do Yvette's spirit guides want her to know about closing the chapter with BC? Masters and spirit guides. What do Yvette's spirit guides want her to know about closing the chapter with BC? Masters and spirit guides. What do Yvette's spirit guides want her to know about closing the chapter with BC? Masters and spirit guides. What do Yvette's spirit guides want her to know about closing the chapter with BC? Masters and spirit guides. What do Yvette's spirit guides want her to know about closing the chapter with BC? Masters and spirit guides. What do Yvette's spirit guides want her to know about closing the chapter with BC? Masters and spirit guides. What do Yvette's spirit guides want her to know about closing the chapter with BC? Masters and spirit guides. What do Yvette's spirit guides want her to know about closing the chapter with BC? And what's your sign again, Yvette? Are you a Virgo as well? Okay, we have Page of Wands, the High Priestess reversed, the Emperor reversed, Three of Swords, and the Star. Okay. Yeah, you're a Virgo as well. Okay. All right. They are acknowledging that this is painful. They are acknowledging that this is hard. This Three of Swords here. Three of Swords is disappointment, heartache, sadness, pure and simple. That's what it is. It's sadness, um, disappointment, sorrow, heartache. Um, BC was not being the person who they should have been to you in your life, and you made that judgment call to maintain a boundary there, and you made the right decision. You definitely took matters into your own hands, and you made the right decision. Um, this is why your spirit guides are saying with this Page of Wands, you took matters into your own hands as you should have. And they're not saying it took you too long, but they're saying that it wouldn't have hurt you to have done this sooner. But to that I say, hey, spirit guides, you're not human. Like, please remember how painful it is to end things and how we have to really feel ready to do that. And you finally were ready to do that. You took those matters into your own hands. They want to reinforce the fact that this was actually a good idea with this High Priestess reversed. I think your intuition told you that this was the right move to make. And oftentimes when things are especially turbulent or difficult, when we have a very difficult judgment call to make, it could be harder for us to acknowledge our intuition and to believe in our intuition. And Spirit's saying that not only did you, with the High Priestess reverse, not only did you strike out on your own as you should have, but they also want to remind you, definitely listen to your intuition, don't doubt it, because you made the right choice. She was your first cousin. Okay. Yeah. You had to set a firm boundary with this Emperor reversed, and it was difficult. Like I said, it's something, I don't want to say it was a long time coming, but it's something that I believe has been on your mind for a while, and it was a decision that you didn't want to have to make. If someone else could have made it for you, you would have probably hired someone to make that judgment call for you. Excuse me. Sorry, give me one moment. I'm so sorry. Give me just 1 second. I'm so sorry about that. This. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this has been on your mind for a while. Um, setting this boundary with her, um, and Spirit is saying, hey, you did it recently. Bravo, you needed to do it. If you had done it months ago, that would have been great too, but it had to have been done. And look at this beautiful star card here at the end. You, correct me if I'm wrong, but at this time, it may be difficult for you to see the light in the darkness, to be able to identify the illumination in the darkness at this time. But this has set you on a course for a resurgence of healing, seeing the light in the choice that you made, the decision that you made with this star card. Onwards and upwards, things are going to be a lot better here on out. I don't know if you cut off BC entirely, if it was like that, like a no contact type thing, or if it was a boundary that you set that hopefully she can abide by. Regardless, whether it was the first one or the second, the decision that you made was right, and it's going to pay off. The benefits will definitely show and pay off. Yes, somewhat, but I have been feeling more comfortable in my own skin. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. There you go. You're feeling more comfortable in your own skin. And as Marilyn Monroe said, It's better to be unhappy and alone than to be unhappy and with somebody else. And she wasn't just talking about relationships there. She was talking about, well, when I say relationship, I don't mean just romance. She wasn't just talking about romance there. She was talking about friends that we keep in our lives, family members, neighbors, coworkers. If they're bringing us down, it's better off they're just not in our life and we can just deal with our own issues on our own, or the sadness that they've likely caused on our own. And once we have escaped that, we can see the light and we can start healing. That's also what the star card is all about: is healing, healing and regrowth. So you definitely made the right decision. Yeah, yeah. So a very tough decision. A very tough decision. You know, no arguments there. No arguments there. That was a tough decision, but your spirit guides are 100% on board with you. Yeah, and I wouldn't just say that. Y'all know it. I've had this channel for almost 5 years now. I don't lie. I don't lie. I really don't. And if I felt that spirit was saying you were being too much or this wasn't fair, I would tell you. It's not, it's not my opinion. I'm just saying what the cards are saying, and they're saying you made the absolute right choice, and you went about it the right way. You were graceful. You weren't unfair. Um, yeah, you maintained your grace while giving yourself grace, and in turn giving her grace as well. You're so welcome, love. You're very welcome, Yvette. Thank you. Much love and light to you. And yeah, I hope I brought you clarity there, and I know that things are going to look up. Just the fact that you mentioned that you feel more comfortable in your own skin now speaks volumes to me. Um, I think this year is going to be very good for you, and I think things are definitely going to be on the up and up. Not just your situation with your cousin, but overall, setting those boundaries. Thank you, love. Thank you again. All right, so I didn't hear from Scylla. Um, but the donation queue is open. So whoever makes a donation next will be read for next. I will be on for at least another 4 or 5 minutes. So if you do indeed have a question, now would be the time to let me know. Thank you. All right, so it is that time of night where I have been on for 2 hours. So I'm going to do a last call for all donations. If you have a question, now would definitely be the time to send in your donation. Again, I am on vacation. I'm out of town. I am, Miss Scylla. Absolutely, you got it, girl. We're just doing last call, so you will be read for, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you, Scylla. Yeah, it is. It's going fabulous. Thank you. You know I want to move here. It's a new moon in Capricorn. Oh, that would make sense. January. Thank you so much, love. Yeah, it's chilly, but it's delightful. There have been some hiccups, like my card had to get canceled because there was fraud. My phone has not been working great. Um, so there were some difficulties that I don't normally experience when I travel, but I overcame them like the strong woman I am. I know I should move here. I really should. I'm here for my birthday, love. I'm turning 40 on the 23rd. This Friday, girl, I gotta find myself a good. I found a drag show to go to, but I want to find a rave to go to. Thank you, girl. Yeah, it's on Friday. I'm actually really excited it's on a Friday this year. I always say that when your birthday's on a Friday, your whole weekend it's your birthday. Thank you, hon. Thank you. Yeah, I sometimes I feel 40, but I don't look in the mirror and see a 40-year-old. I'll say that. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Friday, Venus Day, gorgeous. Absolutely, right? By the way, girl, you'd love this. I know you like your Cosmo. I think you like your Cosmo. I know you like your cosmetics. So this is a Korean brand called Pretty Skin. Check it out. So it's got a cute little you press the end and it just pops out. And it's clear lip gloss, but it's like mood lip gloss. So I know Korean brands are the best. They're seriously awesome. Japanese and Korean brands, especially for skincare, Japanese stuff is so good. But so it's like it's mood reactant. So especially when it's cold, like it's really, really red. So I love tinted lip balm because my lips get so chapped all the time. I still need to get some more of Amigas too. I swear that stuff is like the best. Thank you so much, Yvette. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, I got that. I got that in my stocking for Christmas. I love it. This is called so it's the brand is Pretty Skin, and the color is simply called Mood Changer. I think it's supposed to be like back in the day when you would get like you know they have like mood rings and stuff. They would have like mood lip gloss. I think it's kind of like that, but I always get the same color. It's like just like a nice soft red. I didn't break it, but yeah, I just love the packaging too as well. Yeah, my brother has a lot of Japanese clients, and he was just like, "Your skin is so good. Like, what do you use?" And he got really into skincare, which is awesome. Everybody should be into skincare. So self love, self care. So all I'm seeing here is, it looks like it didn't post the rest of your question. I don't know what you're seeing on your end, but all I see is lyrics on his IG story. And was that about me at all? If so, why? Or am I delusional? So someone posted lyrics on their Instagram story. Yeah, no problem, no problem. I'm sorry the chat's being weird tonight. I'll have to research and see why that happens. The whole subscriber thing. That's annoying. So I noticed when W said, give me a call, his number, he said, give me a call, like so real. He posted on his stories singing in the studio about give me a call and lyrics that were explicit. Oh, so he's a musician. Okay. Oh yeah, you mentioned you were in a music video, so I'm assuming he was the musician in the music video. I low-key think I remember when you did that. I think you might have mentioned that you've probably been in multiple music videos, but maybe that was another client of mine. He messaged me his number and give him a call, then posted in the studio with explicit lyrics and singing "Give Me a Call." Okay, yeah, you want to know if that was about you or why? It was that music. I was gonna say I vaguely remember and I don't think there's many people I've read for about being in music videos. It would likely be you. Yeah, I do remember that. Wow, that was years ago. Time flies. My goodness. Okay, let's see. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. When W post, so let's how do we ask this? When W, or I like how you question it. Was the story that W posted about calling about Scylla, Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, was the story that W posted about making a call about Scylla, Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, was the post that W made about calling someone about Scylla, Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, was the post that W made regarding calling someone about Scylla, Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, was the post W made about calling someone about Scylla. Messengers and Spirit Guides was the post that W made on his Instagram about calling someone about Scylla. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides was the post W made about calling someone about Scylla. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides was the post that W made on his Instagram regarding calling someone about Scylla. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides was the post W made about phone calls on Instagram about Scylla. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides was the post W made on his Instagram about phone calls about Scylla. Give me a call. Explicit. Explicit. Okay, let's see. Also, he's Asian. Oh, I was gonna mention I met him that night, but I had a boyfriend. Were you with R at the time? Was that R? Also, he's Asian and goes to Seoul a lot and works with Korean artists. And you mentioned Korean brand. Oh yeah, that's funny. Interesting. He said something about having explicit things tonight in his lyrics and gimme call, quite vulnerable. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Okay. We have King of Pentacles reversed, Six of Swords, the World reversed, the Empress, and the Chariot reversed. Okay. Please don't take this the wrong way, Scylla. Please don't take this the wrong way. He does like you. He likes you. He likes you a lot. I don't want you to think that he doesn't like you because I feel it. I see it. The guy likes you. Was that about you? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was about someone from his past. Yeah, yeah. The Chariot reversed, the World reversed, Six of Swords. This is someone from his past. Someone from his past. Um, Someone who he is not in communication with anymore. King of Pentacles reversed. But I think I don't, and I'm not trying to hammer this home. No, don't be done because they're done. That's the thing. They're done. I think that they're done. Or at least she's definitely done with him. But they were. This wasn't just like some girl that he dated. This is why I told you. I specifically prefaced it like, please don't let this keep you away because they are done. He's just processing what he went through. They were together for quite a while. I don't think this was just like some lighthearted romance with the Empress here. I think they were together for quite a while. It's just weird. He says, "Give me a call," though, because I think that there was no closure between the two of them. I think that she like refuses to talk to him. I think it's been a very long while since they've talked, and he's just left hanging, like literally almost like a receiver on a phone. Hell of old school, but like just like waiting on the phone and just like hearing just like the dial tone. I don't think they've spoken to one another in a very long time. This is him processing trauma. Um, yeah, he's had girlfriends in the past. Is it me? No, no, it's not. It's not. And that's why I'm saying it's not just some girl. Okay. I'll tell you this: if the song was just about some girl and he wanted that wasn't you, and he just wanted her to call him, I'd say, girl, this guy kind of sounds like a player. But this is about someone who he takes love seriously. He takes relationships seriously. And this was someone who he was with for a while, with this being the Empress right here. This was a long-term connection, and I think it's been over for at least about a year, but he had no closure. But what he does have is his creative outlet, and it allows him to process his trauma. Um, but I don't think she's ever going to speak to him ever again. How can you tell it's not me though? Because why would the Empress be another girl? Because we have the Six of Swords, the World reversed, and the Chariot reversed. Sorry, the World. And the Chariot reversed. These are all cards of not moving on from someone. Six of Swords means they've left you, but you haven't moved on. Or he has moved on, but they've left. They're gone. It's someone out of his life. It's someone who's not in his life anymore. Someone where the circle is closed. Um, Someone who things are no longer moving forward. They have not moved forward in a very long time. They came to a close. The wheels stopped turning. World, Chariot, both reversed. Wheels have stopped turning. So he's sad over another girl, so he just used her as inspiration for lyrics for the studio. I would say no to both of those. Possibly, I don't feel like he's stuck in a state of sadness over another girl. I think I stand by what I said. And I don't think he's using her for inspiration for lyrics in the studio. I think it's deeper than that. He went through trauma, which we've all been through. Um, I'm sure there's someone in your past who you had, maybe there isn't, but I don't know if you've maybe in your life have been there where there's someone who you did have feelings for, but there was no closure, and you're over it, but that lack of closure is still like just still bothers you. That's where he's at. And he's not using her for inspiration. He's using music to process his trauma. You know. Oh man, that I was in it taints you. Unless you allow it, it doesn't taint you. It doesn't taint you unless you allow it. You know, you can give people the power to taint you, or you could say, hell no, I'm going to grow from this and heal. Yeah, he's using it to heal. That's so real. He is. That's what I'm saying, girl. I don't want this to put you. I sincerely don't want this to put you off. If I felt that this was off, I'd be like, girl, this guy's a player. He's into someone else. Like I would just walk away. No, I don't feel that way. I feel like this guy takes love seriously. And if a man, think about it this way, hun. If a man was with a woman for say a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they broke up and then she just never spoke to him again, never gave him any closure, and he didn't feel something about that, I'd be concerned about that guy. You know, this guy takes love seriously. Um, and I can see that with you too, the way he's taking his time with you. I'm gonna go for sure. Absolutely, you're gonna grow. Absolutely, absolutely, and absolutely, you can donate again. Absolutely, I like his vibe. I like this guy's vibe. Exactly. And that was that Knight of Pentacles. That Knight of Pentacles with your general energy when we asked earlier. He feels stable. He doesn't seem like he does not strike me as the type of person who would let you down. Like if he tells you that something's going to happen, that you guys are going to do something or whatever, he's not going to let you down. He's not the type to disappoint. You know. Um, yeah. No. He definitely passes my vibe check. And you know that's a hard vibe check. For me, it's a hard one to pass. So when you tap into energy, it feels stable for you to eat. Totally, totally. Yeah, it feels very stable. Yeah. And yes, absolutely. You can make another donation. No problem. No problem. Yes. Hard vibe check. Yeah. It's real good. Real good. And I've definitely read for you and others where the vibe check did not pass. But this guy, I'm so far so great. Honestly, every question, I'm you know, not a perfect person, but nobody is. But good guy, and definitely likes you a lot. Thank you so much for your donation, Priscilla. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. You're all good. You're all good, love. Would he be open to do a 50-50 collab where I don't have to pay him? Since I don't have a big budget, if I explain to him on the phone, if so, why? Let's hope. What's, if you don't mind me asking, what was the original deal? It wasn't 50-50? Like 50-70 or something? Doesn't make any sense. Or 30-70? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, would W be open to a 50-50 collab with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, would W be open to a 50-50 collab with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, would W be open to a 50-50 collab with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, would W be open to a 50-50 collab with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, would W be open to a 50-50 collab with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, would W be open to a 50-50 collab with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, would W be open to a 50-50 collab with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, would W be open to a 50-50 collab with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, would W be open to a 50-50 collab with Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, would W be open to a 50-50 collab with Scylla? Alright, girl. We have 8 of Swords reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, 6 of Swords, Strength, and 9 of Cups. Literally, if you play your cards, I hate saying this term as a reader, but if you play your cards right, if you communicate with him correctly, you said something. If I explain to him on the phone, if so, why? Yeah, if you really explain yourself on the phone, I do think that he will. I do think that he will, because this is something that he's not aware of with this Nine of Swords reversed. That I think he thinks that you're working with a different budget. Maybe I'm sure that wouldn't hurt. But also just being very honest will help as well. Letting him know what's going on, because he doesn't know with this Knight of Swords reversed. And it's not something that he would normally do with this Eight of Swords reversed, but you give him, I don't want to say the right argument, but just tell him your truth. You communicate with him in the right way, and he is very, very likely going to do a 50-50 with you. And I'll repeat myself, it's not something that he normally does. But for you, he will. I was just going to say that. That's so funny. It's not something he normally does with this Six of Swords. It's not something he normally does with the people he works with. But we've got two factors here. He does actually, he will genuinely take into consideration the fact that your budget is not as large as he thought it was, and the fact that he has feelings for you does help. So yeah, it's not something he would normally do, but strength, he has a lot of attraction towards you, and that adds a lot of strength, a lot of power to things. And Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Your wish is coming true. Your desire is coming true. So you make it very clear to him that you need this to be 50-50 and why. Flirt a little or a lot, however much you feel is necessary. It won't hurt. But also, just you do also have to tell him the truth beyond flirting. Just like letting him know, like, this is where my budget's at. This is what will benefit not just you but both of us, and continued work moving forward. I've been extremely respectful to him. Damn, what made him want to do it? Damn, so call him soon. Thank God. Got him tamed. Would you marry a lot or a little girl? I'll keep it professional and genuine. In this situation, if I was working with a gentleman who I had romantic feelings for and it was a creative endeavor, I would flirt a little. I'll be totally honest. And there's some people who are probably watching this channel thinking, "Ew, gross." But if I liked him, I would not don't lay it on heavy because that might make him feel a little too powerful. I'm not a fan of the whole playing it cool thing, but we all do it. Um, Flirt, keep it to a minimum, um, but give him your truth. That's really going to make a big difference with him. I'm gonna say I don't want to disrespect you, to lowball you, but this is my budget, and I want to work with you. That is 100% the way to do it. I think a little bit, yeah. But it's not necessary. I'll tell you that, Scylla. It's not necessary. But you asked me if I would flirt a little bit or a lot. I definitely wouldn't flirt a lot. But if I liked the person who I was about to work with, I'd flirt a little bit. But it's definitely not necessary. What's more important here is exactly what you said. I don't want to disrespect you. I'm not trying to lowball you, but this is my situation. This is my budget that I'm working with, and I want to work with you. I want to do my best work with you. And I think what I would also add to that is in the long run, this will benefit both of us. Because it will. It will. I don't know, and I know you guys have only worked together with the music video, but if you guys have a successful venture with this will beget more business opportunities. You know what I mean? And you'll only be more motivated to to work with him and to do a great job. So flirting is not necessary. It's not. Um, Even as someone who works in creative fields, it's not necessary and sometimes can actually work against you. Um, but if you guys, and I shouldn't say if, you guys clearly both like each other. I see it, I hear it, I'm seeing it in the cards, I'm sensing the energy. You guys both really like each other. So it wouldn't hurt to flirt a little bit because it sounds like that's just the nature of the connection. But the more important thing is just laying the truth out there. He's very, very, very attracted to you already, so honestly, you probably don't even have to flirt. Wouldn't hurt, but he's so drawn to you. He really is. I want to do my best to work with you. In the long run, this will benefit both of us. Copying this, so the reason he's going to do it is attraction. Hell yeah, absolutely you can donate again. So yeah, just let him know it's you're wanting to do your best work with him. This is a mutual thing. It'll benefit him just as much as it benefits you. That's what 50/50 is all about. Yeah, and especially in the long run. Um, and it's not just because of attraction. No, he sees more value in that. He sees more value in you than just attraction. I told you this, girl. He sees a similarity in the way that the two of you work together, and he sees a lot of potential there. Yeah. How would I flirt? I'm really crappy at flirting. I'm the worst at flirting, honestly. I flirt by acting like a goofball. I don't think that's very sexy or flirty, but it's really all I got. I'm just goofy and hope that it lands. Sorry, love. I was just vaping. I'm not allowed to do it on the channel, so I have to turn the title on so I can go out the window and do my thing. But thank you so much, honey. I just got your donation. I appreciate you. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. I don't know if you remember back in the day when I had, you do too, yeah. I used jewels. I don't know if you remember back in the day when I first had my channel, I used to have a hookah, and I would smoke hookah while I was reading, and people loved it because it had the whole, kind of gypsy kind of vibe thing. I don't know. But then once I got monetized, they were like, no nicotine allowed. Try Geek Bar. Huh. I'll check that out. I'm gonna check that out. Hookah is so sexy. It really is. I know. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Google. We love you. I mean, I get it because I guess kids, could watch my channel and be influenced or whatever. But yeah, no, I miss having the hookah. That was always nice. I miss being able to just vape. Like, it's very natural. It's a vape brand. It's good. I know a lot of people in San Francisco love flume flows. A lot of my friends in the city love flume flows. Um, Jewels are really hard to get. Like, they don't sell them in San Francisco County. You have to go to San Mateo County or Santa Clara County. Um, there's a couple of stores on Haight that'll like sell it to you under the table, but those are kind of hard to find. But yeah, they banned a lot of vapes in the Bay Area. I don't know how it's like in SoCal, but oh, is it like it? Is that the it's like that in New York? I mean, in New York, like people still. I mean, I know cannabis is legal, but I think it is. But like everyone I know in New York has a dealer, like, or who smokes weed has a dealer. I'm like, wait, there's no dispensaries? Like, what? That's weird. You'd think New York would not have those vibes. All right, girly girl. What does he expect from me? To reach out, as in call or text him again, or wait for him to come back? New York bans vapes too? I had no idea. There's vapes in Paris. Yeah, there's vapes in Paris. They have the whole flume flow thing, like the tobacco next door here has flume flow. I hate flume flow. I think it tastes gross. They don't have Juul. I know they have Juul in Canada. Um, but yeah, no, and I understand like banning like the super like fruity flavors and like brightly colored flavored vapes to like stop kids from doing it, but like YouTube, don't get mad at me. Like, does this look problematic? Not in my opinion. To me, it looks like a grown-up thing, you know. Yeah, it's so popular. Like everyone I know in San Francisco loves swim flows. I'm like even the regular tobacco flavor, I was like, I'm really good. It's not what I'm into. In LA, yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a couple of friends who go back and forth, and they love it. Oh, the one that you mentioned. What was it called again? I need to copy what you. Geek bar. Geek bar. Okay, I just a little screenshot. Yeah, if it's pink and girly, you know I'm all about it. I love those. Love those vibes. So, what does he expect from me? To reach out, as in call or text him again, or wait for him to come back? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is W expecting from Scylla in terms of communication? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is W expecting from Scylla regarding communication? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is W expecting from Scylla regarding communication? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is W expecting from Scylla regarding communication? Messengers and spirit guides, what is W expecting from Scylla regarding communication? Messengers and spirit guides, what is W expecting from Scylla in regards to communication? Messengers and spirit guides, what is W expecting from Scylla in regards to communication? Messengers and spirit guides, what is W expecting from Scylla in regards to communication? Messengers and spirit guides, what is W expecting from Scylla in regards to communication? Messengers and spirit guides, what is W expecting from Scylla in regards to communication? Fog, circuit, lychee, a lot, and geek bar. Oh, okay. I'm gonna screenshot that too. Fog, circuit. Are those two different brands? Oh no, or is the brand Fog and then the flavor circuit lychee? Geek bar, pulse, specifically. Those are good. I'm gonna check those out. I'm gonna check those out. Although I'm really hooked on my I'm really hooked on my jewels. Um, my bad geek plus bar. Oh, it's Pulse Bar. Okay, it's one brand. Okay, all right. I will check those out. Thank you so much. And another brand, Fog Circuit X, and the flavor is lychee. Okay, I'm gonna check that out too. Ooh, lychee aloe. Yum yum. That sounds really good. I normally don't really like the flavored stuff, but sometimes it's really good. Coca-Cola flavored ones. I don't know if it was Flume Flow or one that I found here in Europe. Yes, it was one I found here in Europe. My friend got it for me in the summertime. Um, it was a Coca-Cola flavored vape that she found in Paris, and I devoured it. It was amazing. It was so yummy. I actually should ask her and ask her where she got that. Okay, so we have the High Priestess reversed, Ten of Pentacles reversed, Six of Swords, Three of Swords, and Nine of Swords reversed. You could be onto something here, Scylla. I still stand firmly by what I say that in terms of mind games, um, they're either very minimal or they're not intentional. Excuse me, like they're subconscious. But we asked directly what he was expecting in terms of communication, and this looks like he's wanting you to come to him. He's wanting you to strike out on your own and reach out to him with this High Priestess reversed. As I mentioned earlier, he's got a lot on his plate. He's a very, very busy guy. I'm not trying to make excuses for him. What the hell is wrong with my hair? Sorry. I'm not trying to make excuses for him or anything like that, but the guy is very busy and has a difficult time coordinating communication with an intense time frame. But he's waiting for you to come to him, the Six of Swords. He's awaiting your ship to arrive to his metaphorical harbor. He's awaiting your message to come to his phone, essentially. And we talked about earlier how this is like a subconscious test. I agree with you, and I stand by that. I don't think that this is something he like is deliberate, is like being deliberate about. Six of Swords, meaning waiting for me. Yes, waiting for you to sail your metaphorical ship to his shore, waiting for you to basically send your text to his phone, or your phone call to his call, or his phone, I should say. Yeah, he's expecting you to reach out to him. However, if you don't reach out to him, I also think that he believes that this is still going to happen. Yes, I think that's it's a subconscious test. He's worked with a lot of people, and there's a lot of people just being a model. I don't know if this is a modeling job, but as a model, I've done music videos before, and even not doing music videos, there are some very flaky models, just like there's some very flaky photographers and directors. There's flaky people all over the place. And I have my ways of determining whether a photographer or a director is flaky. And they have theirs. They have theirs at the same time, no matter how much he likes you. Because he does. He does sincerely really like you. I can't stay away from that. So do you feel he expects more of a call or message? I think more of just a text message. Nothing intense. Nothing to worry about. This Nine of Swords reversed. Nothing to worry about. And on his part too, he's got a lot going on. He does a lot of work. He works with a lot of people. He's got a lot of people he needs to communicate with. If you could reach out to him, not only would it confirm to him that you're very serious about working with him, but he likes you. He'd love to hear from you. He's not playing games. I promise you. I rarely promise things, but this is what every reading we've done tonight, I'm not seeing someone who's trying. I've never seen the King of Cups reversed, never saw the Emperor reversed, we never saw the Magician reversed. We know which cards to look for when we see very controlling men. You know what I mean? We're not seeing those cards, but he's low-key playing games. I would argue no, he's not low-key playing games. I'd say he's subconsciously playing games. I would say he doesn't realize that he's playing games. This is something that's been ingrained in his brain as a method of determining the right people to work with. Like a little bit, or just too busy, and if I'm serious, come get it. What do you mean by a little bit? He is incredibly busy. And he wants to know that you're very serious and that you definitely want to work with him. But he also has a crush on you. He's also interested in you. So it makes things complicated. This isn't just your traditional, run-of-the-mill work situation. It's multifaceted. I guess we could call it low-key playing games, but I would prefer to call it. I'm not trying to put him on a pedestal here, but he doesn't strike me as the type who tries to intentionally play games. He strikes me as the type who subconsciously does, because it's something that's ingrained. Exactly. Self-protection. Yeah. Something that served him in the past, and at this point he feels that it's just the norm. And I've definitely worked with photographers who are the same way. Yeah. Of course you can do it again, of course. Yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah, he knows his value. He knows his value, absolutely. And if you're serious, go and get it. Absolutely. And he'll see, and he sees, because he sees your value. He wouldn't want to work with you otherwise. Even if he didn't have a crush on you, he would still want to work with you. I've worked with many photographers who didn't have crushes on me, but still were very adamant about working with me because I'm a professional and I'm good at what I do. You're a professional. You're good at what you do. You know, he sees your value. And people who know their own value are really good at identifying other people's value, is what I've found. How does he see me overall, as in my value as a woman? That's a great question. That's a great question, love. And thank you so much, sweetheart, for your donation. How does he see you overall as a woman? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W? I don't know his name, but I keep on wanting to call him Win. I'm sure that's not his name. It'd be weird if it was. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. It's not till Friday, but thank you so much for the early birthday wishes. I appreciate it. You're so sweet. Oh, really? Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Okay. It's one of my roommates' names is Win. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W view Scylla overall as a woman? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W view Scylla overall as a woman? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W view Scylla overall as a woman? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W view Scylla overall as a woman? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W view Scylla overall as a woman? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W view Scylla overall as a woman? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W view Scylla overall as a woman? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W view Scylla overall as a woman? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W view Scylla overall as a woman? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does W view Scylla overall as a woman? He is. Yeah, yeah. I am legit the only white person living in my house. I have like 8 different roommates, and they're all Asian dudes. I'm the only woman, and I'm the only white lady, and it's all good. It's all good. Wynn's actually he's like the sweetest guy. He's super chill. Okay, we have the Devil reversed, Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Seven of Cups, and Seven of Pentacles. Okay. All right. There's a lot of things he likes about you. A lot of things he likes about you. But we'll start with the bad. He is scared. He's scared that he's too attracted to you, that you might be I don't want to say a negative influence in his life, but a temptation that might cause him trouble. And I don't know why he feels that way. My only thought could be that Queen of Wands reversed we saw twice, and I told you both times he's never met a woman like you. He's never met a woman like you. And every single woman is different. We know that. We're all unique. Some of us have similar traits, but he has never met a woman as unique as you. And it scares him. It can be scary for him because he is so drawn to you. Yet, when we are drawn to someone, especially with the Devil card, there can be at least subconscious fears about that not being in our best interests for whatever reason. And I feel like it's yeah, you said it because I feel that's why my card said too. Like this energy is too intense between us. I was gonna say I feel like it's very mirroring energy. So trying not to be obsessed, basically. Yes, and I think that's why he's taking things slow. That's one of the reasons why he's taking things slowly. Again, you don't know how old he is. I'm gonna assume he's about as old as me. He's probably like 10 years older than you, maybe 10 or 15 years older than you. And as we get older, at least I found, I don't know if you have, but as I get older, and I'm older than you, as you know, I used to crave those devil attractions where it's just like I can't imagine, not being attracted to that person. And if it's not for my best interest, that's fine, you know, which is not very smart thinking. But as I get older, it's like, will this end up hurting me? Will this person end up hurting me? Will their behavior end up hurting me? I need to get to know them better. And I definitely saw those in other readings we've done for him tonight. Is he wants to take things slowly. He definitely wants to get to know you a lot more. 34, 37-ish. Okay. Right, me too. Girl, I've got some stories about the devil. When I see the devil, I get happy low key, but I don't think it would be bad between us. I feel the same way. I'm the same when I see the devil and I'm asking about, like, especially like a new person or whatever. Yeah, I get a little scared, but I'm also a little excited. Like, okay, I know damn well I will be attracted to this person, but I just don't know if it'll be best for me. I would keep it respectful, but would it end up respectful with the attraction? That is only for time to see. That is only for time to see. Sorry, give me one moment, love. Sorry, so sorry. Devil is intense attraction. Yeah, it's very, very intense. It's not just intense attraction. It's also I don't want to say like bad things that we're attracted to, but temptations that might potentially lead us down the wrong road or might um, overcome us. Hello, whenever you have free time, I recommend you watch Ella. She used to do the same for and she has a very beautiful story. God bless you too. And you just put a little cross emoji. God bless you. I am not Christian. I am Jewish. I'm a very proud Jewish woman, and we are perfectly fine with doing tarot. My rabbi is in full agreement with it, and I wish you all love and light. And God bless. Thank you so much. Why is it reversed though? Because he's afraid. He's afraid. That's the thing. If he wasn't afraid, if it was upright, he wouldn't be afraid. And that helps me. That gives me some comfort here. Because if this was upright, this would tell me that he was very willy nilly and not so much. This guy's very emotionally mature. Yeah, he's afraid. He's afraid. He is afraid. And if he wasn't afraid, I would think he was 22. You know, I would just be like, damn, this guy's gonna be like very emotionally immature. But this guy knows what it's like to be attracted to someone that's not serving you. You know, the fact that he doesn't know you 100%. I know you guys met 4 years ago, but it's not like you guys have been shitty chatting for 4 years. You guys have just rekindled things and started to get to know one another again. He wants to make sure that everything's going to be kosher, everything's going to be fine. So far, what he loves what he sees. So far, so good. And that's why he's taking his time, though, is because everybody has good and bad qualities. Um, it's just a matter of determining whether we're able and or willing to handle the negative qualities, or not. There are certain things that I know I'm very happy to take on with a person in my life, and there's certain qualities where it's not acceptable, and I just have to get to know the person to really make that assessment. So what's the rest of the card say? Sorry, what he sees me and my light is so scary. The first card was the scariest card. Don't worry, babes. The first card was the worst. I was starting with the worst. We've got this Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're on his mind. You are very much on his mind a lot. I would not be surprised if you are on his mind right now with this Knight of Swords. He thinks about you a lot. And I think that's part of what we were talking about earlier, where I was saying that, part of the reason why he hasn't reached out to you, I think part of the reason could possibly be because he is determining, he's taking space to really evaluate who you are in his life, and the capacity in which he wants you in his life. He's very, very attracted to you. He's extremely attracted to you. We got the Strength card in another reading, but yeah, and who wouldn't be, honey buddy? Who wouldn't be attracted to you? You're gorgeous. He thinks you are the bee's knees. He thinks you are so hot. You are definitely his type. You are his type. You fit the bill. And I don't just mean that physically. It's your attitude. It's the way you talk. It's the way you live. It's your values. You guys have aligned values as well. Oh, thank you, love. No, it's true. It's true. You really are gorgeous, and but as we all know, as gorgeous girls, there's lots of other gorgeous girls out there too. But are they as interesting, as you? Are they as funny as you? Are they as motivated as you? Are they, do they have the same qualities as you? Probably not, because we're all unique. You fit his bill, you know, and he's hot too. There we go. Right on, right on. Gorgeous girls are dangerous, apparently. So true. Everyone is, for real, for real. Yeah, and I hate that idea that gorgeous girls. I mean, there are a lot of gorgeous girls that are very dangerous, and they will take advantage of the fact that they're beautiful and use it for bad. But I think a lot of people, men and women, see through that. Um, it's usually the dopey guys that don't see through that, and then those women are stuck with dopey loser guys. So good for them. But yeah, no, you're a completely different flavor. I vibe with his aura. It's deep and mysterious. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's funny. I was actually talking about that with someone I really care about last night. I was at a restaurant and we were just like, it's Paris, so everybody here is beautiful. Like, people are very beautiful and well dressed. And I was just like, oh, that girl's really pretty over there. That girl's pretty over there. And it's like, well, she doesn't have, a certain like vibe. She doesn't have like this. She doesn't, she's not wearing. She's wearing her watch on her right wrist or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, um, it's easy to be pretty. It's easy to be a pretty girl, but to have sass and a sense of comedy, and he also sees eye to eye to you intellectually with that Ace of Swords. He feels that he has a connection with you mentally, that you guys think on a very similar level as well. So important to find that. Of course, the physical connection, the emotional connection is important, but to get that intellectual connection, very, very hard to find and very lovely to find. And he absolutely sees you as somebody who he would absolutely consider to be his partner with the Seven of Cups. Um, you're his type, like I mentioned. You're his type. Yes, we have that mental connection, and we're types in mind. For sure. Yes, yeah. You guys have that similar mental connection. That's so important. It's that Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. And you guys, Ace of Pentacles, you've got that too. You guys are working together. Ace of Swords, you guys have the same way of thinking. Ace of Cups, you guys have affection for one another. Ace of Wands, you guys are attracted to one another. I think this is, I'm telling you, this guy really passes my vibe check. I'm really liking this guy for you. He does want to take things slowly and surely. Seven of Pentacles. He does want to take things slowly and surely with you. He does want to take his time. As hard as it is for him, I don't know how hard it is. I'm convinced he's a water sign. I think he's a Scorpio, to be honest, or a Taurus. He's some sign that doesn't have to move extremely quickly. But he really wants to get to know you. He really wants to take time to get to know you fully. Be and because the reason why is because he does see long-term potential with you, which he doesn't normally see. No, 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 no. It's not. It's not. And that's so funny that you say that, girl. I was gonna say I want to clarify. The Seven of Cups doesn't mean that he's dreaming of seven different women and you're one of them. No, no. It means Seven of Cups is wish fulfillment. Seven of Cups is since he was a little boy, he's had just like when we were little girls, he's had an idea about the type of woman he would want to be with, and you fit that. You fit that. You're one of those dreams. You're one of those wishes that he's had. You're the type of woman who he saw himself being with. So it's not a matter of, but I also don't want to say he's that he doesn't have other women who are maybe trying to talk to him or flirt with him. I don't know. We haven't asked that question. But he is very focused on you, love. Very focused on you. So it's more dreamy fantasy energy. I wouldn't call it dreamy fantasy energy. I'd call it more. When you're a kid and you dream about the type of life you're going to live and the type of person you'll be with, the type of person you'll be. I wouldn't call that dreamy fantasy. I'd call that, what would I call that? Life projection, you know? And it's still valid in childhood. It's still valid in childhood. There are aspects of your personality, and not even childhood, teenhood as well, early 20s. There's aspects of who you are as a person and who you are physically that align with the type of woman who he has dreamt of for many, many years. And I don't think he's ever found her. That Queen of Wands showed up twice, reversed. That's someone who's unlike anyone he's ever met. Bingo. Bingo. You said it. You always say the right things that are coming to my mind. Yeah, totally. Dream girl energy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because we always, at least for me, like growing up, I had some ideas as to the type of fellow I would like when I got older. Smart, funny, successful. Those are like the three big ones for me. You gotta be smart, gotta hella make me laugh, gotta be hella ambitious. If not successful, at the very least ambitious. That's very attractive to me. Um, so we have ideas, when we're younger, and you fit that. No, no. Oh, that's so funny. I should mention my first dream guy was actually you're probably too young to know this, but the Ghostbusters cartoon. There was a cartoon for the Ghostbusters in the early 90s, and Egon, the nerdy Jewish scientist in the group, he was my crush. He was literally my first crush. The cartoon version of him, but still glasses, knew everything about every like molecule. Like he was the hottest guy in the world to me, and I still love nerds. to make you laugh and be extremely responsible of it. Yes, you have to make me laugh. You have to make me laugh, absolutely, and you have to have drive. Yeah, it hasn't changed. Egon, yeah, Egon from the Goosebumps, the nerdy guy with the glasses. I forget what was the name of the actor. He's passed away now. He was great. Um, so funny, but yeah, nerdy, funny. We had starting with the first, we had the scary one. We had the Devil reversed, which isn't so scary. Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Seven of Cups, and Seven of Pentacles. So this is good. This is good, girl. He's passing my vibe check, and it's hard to pass Sophie's vibe check. We know that it's not easy to pass. So I like it. I need to message him. Thank you, girl. I'm gonna do it again. What was Seven of Pentacles, by the way? Oh, the fact that yeah, I was gonna say the fact that he wants to take it slowly in growing this. Yeah, yeah, taking his time, getting to know you, getting to know you. Yeah, and absolutely, you can donate again. I'm gonna use the little girl's room. I'll be right back. Thank you so much for your donation, love. Yeah, you go ahead and type, no problem. All right, Miss Scylla. What would he think of my vocals sounding the studio, working together in a song while he produces for me? I had no idea that you sang, Scylla. I had no idea you made music. I'd love to hear your voice. I thought you guys were working on a music video or something. Well, I don't know what you guys were working on, but that's a really cool question. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would W think of Scylla's vocals in the studio for a song he produces for her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would W think about Scylla's vocals for a song he produces for her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would W think about Scylla's vocals for a song he produced for her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would W think about Scylla's vocals for a song he produces for her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would W think about Scylla's vocals for a song he produces for her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would W think about Scylla's vocals for the song he produces her for? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would W think about Scylla's vocals for a song he produces for her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would W think about Scylla's vocals for a song he produces for her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would W think about Scylla's vocals for a song he produces for her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would W think about Scylla's vocals for a song he produces for her? That's so cool, girl. I'm practicing because he produced two, and I really want to do music. I asked if he knew and he produced it, and he said he can produce for me and his friends. And I was like, whoa, man, I had to, yeah, and I got that vibe that he's a man of many hats, for sure. He's got a lot going on. That's so cool, girl. I sing myself. I'm a vocalist myself. One of my biggest regrets. I've only had like 3 songs professionally recorded of my voice, and as one gets older, your voice changes, and I just wish I'd recorded more when I was younger. Sorry, I thought you typed something. I know, for real. I mean, the last place I was living had a studio, had everything set up. I really should have gotten involved in that, but I can probably DIY too. I don't know, or just find someone who does production. Let's see. We have Knight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Page of Swords, Judgment reverse, and 9 of Swords. Okay, that's the only card I'm not liking. This looks good. This looks very good. Has he heard you sing before? Oh, what do I mean? Oh, like look for, because I moved from my last place that I was living. We had a recording studio there. So I've got to find someone who has a recording studio or do it myself, DIY. I don't know. But I don't know if he's never heard me sing. Okay, or he hasn't heard your voice in 4 years. Okay, well, he would love it. He would love it, and it's a voice he would love to work with. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here, and then we have the beautiful Four of Wands right next to it. That's harmony. Four of Wands is harmony, harmoniousness, a harmonious union, literal harmony. So you guys might even sound good together. I'll just throw that out there. But I've been practicing for 9 months. Okay, yeah, right? Harmony, like literally in its most like literal sense. And he'll want to hear more with this Page of Swords. He would love your voice. He would love your voice. And the first time he hears it, he will love it. And he'll want to hear more with this Page of Swords reversed. And have no fear. I hope you have no fear of judgment, but I feel like that's kind of something that we all deal with, especially as creative people. I'm even though I feel I have a beautiful voice and I'm very talented at singing. I know there's people out there who might not think so. There's no judgment with him, with this judgment reversed. Other than positive judgment, like, my God, she's got a great voice. He's not going to be hearing your voice and thinking, oh, she was out of tune at that point, or she was off key, or her rhythm was off. No, like he's really, really going to love your voice to the point where this Nine of Swords kind of, I don't want to say upset me, but kind of confused. Yeah, upset and kind of confused me, because Nine of Swords is insomnia and anxiety and fears. And why would someone feel fearful upon hearing your voice and enjoying it? So I'm going to have to put my thinking cap on here, which I'm doing. This leads me to believe that this fearfulness stems from what we were talking about earlier with how guarded he is and the boundaries that he has. It might be fearful for him hearing a voice like yours, because it's really going to blow him away. Oh, 100, yes, 100%. We literally have the harmony card here. Four of Wands, harmony, literal harmony. Yeah, it would impress him beyond belief. Yes. To the point where it might bring him some fear, which is making, so I'm just trying to think, like, psychologically, why would that bring someone fear? It could have to do possibly with the work desire connection. What was that show? What was that show called? Um, what was that show? Oh, the Idol. That was what the Idol. The one with The Weeknd and Johnny Depp's daughter. I'm not saying that's the situation, but because he's definitely not The Weeknd at all, and he's not that character in that show. But the differentiation between having affection for someone and knowing that there's a lot of potential to tap into creatively, monetarily. Sorry, we have some noise. I know that show was such a mess. That show was so gross. I know, for real, but it was kind of it did kind of hook me for sure. Like, my voice would get to him too much, or I fear about boring him, or more so desire. No. It's not that your voice would get to him. No, not at all. It's more. I feel like it's more like overwhelmed. Again, with this Queen of Swords, or sorry, Queen of Wands that showed up twice. Never having met or known a woman like you before kind of goes hand in hand with never hearing a woman that sounds like you before. You know? Or it could be as simple as your voice keeping him awake at night. Um, you know what I mean? Like I've heard her voice, and it really, enchants me. I'm almost thinking of like the Little Mermaid or something like that, but like this enchanting voice. When you're really drawn, it would draw him in further. He's already drawn to you, Scylla, and I feel like hearing your voice would just draw you closer to him. And with his guard up, with that Nine of Wands, I think that's where this Nine of Swords comes in. That's where that's equated. There's that guard, there's that fear, you know. Um, yes, yeah, yeah. Lots of desire, lots of desire. Yeah, yeah. So I think I think you mentioned he has heard your voice 4 years ago, but you've been working on it more in the past 9 months. I don't know if you've taken lessons or what. In my opinion, I mean, yeah, lessons, vocal lessons are always wonderful and advantageous, but I think if you're a natural singer, you're a natural singer, and it sounds like you absolutely are. So isn't that getting to him? I need to call him soon. Thank you so much. Can I donate one more time, girl? I appreciate you. I'll do more. Absolutely, absolutely, girl. You go right ahead. No problem. And I need to stop messing up my hair. It's so cold here. I keep on putting hats on every day, so it screws my hair. But yes, you can absolutely make another donation. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And then, oh yeah, because yeah, it's like afternoon where you are. Yeah, and then start your day. Thank you. Oh, thank you, love. Have you ever been to eat when you were living in the Bay? Did you ever go to, or have you ever heard of Edo Salon? They have one in Oakland, and I go to the one in San Francisco. It's in the Haight, but they do such cute cuts. Oh my God, they never fail. I've only heard of Hue Salon because I believe you told me about Hue. Is that the one in Japantown? I know. I think about that all the time, for real. Well, next time you're back in the Bay, you gotta reach out to me, girl. We would tear shit up. We would find an amazing rave. You know we'd have a great time. I know we would. Yeah, for sure. No problem. How did he feel about my red lingerie story with my lip sync, but kept it classy still as I covered myself? Oh, on it was an Instagram story? Girl, we keep it classy on our Instagrams. I need to edit my Instagram a little bit. We would totally have it up for show. Yes. Definitely let me know. Definitely let me know when you are back. I would love to kick it with you for sure. Your did I? I don't think I see your question. Oh no, I do. No, the red lingerie. How do you feel about your red lingerie story? And you mean by story you mean Instagram, right? What did you lip sync to? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but I love lip syncs. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How did W feel about Scylla's red lingerie story on IG? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How did W feel about Scylla's red lingerie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How did W feel about Scylla's red lingerie story on IG? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How did W feel about Scylla's red lingerie story on IG? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How did W feel about Scylla's red lingerie story on IG? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How did W feel about Scylla's red lingerie story on IG? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How did W feel about Scylla's red lingerie story on IG? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How did W feel about Scylla's red lingerie story on IG? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How did W feel about Scylla's red lingerie story on IG? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How did W feel about Scylla's red lingerie story on IG? It was this High Dollar song. I just want to TikTok. It chose the song for me. I think it's called "Don't Kill the Party." Halton was his vibe, so I did legit. I've actually noticed that I don't do TikTok, but I do Instagram, and they'll I had a video of me at a drag show a couple nights ago, and I think they had like a song by Robin on or something like that. Something really sassy. No, I think it was Cobra. I love Cobra. Oh my god, I'm that bee. Such a good song. Mommy. Do you know Cobra? Do you know who I'm talking about? I love her. Oh my god, she makes me feel like a. She makes me feel like a woman. All right, so let's get into this. All right, we have Three of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Wands, yes. Oh my god, I will. I'll type it right now. It's legit like my jam right now. I heard it. So, Mommy, I've known and loved for a while. And then I heard this other song by her. Yeah, Brand New Bitch. I'm going to type it right here. So we're all on the same page. You're going to love this song. I really think you will. I don't know your taste in music, but so her name is Cobra. She's a badass girl, and love these songs. Come on, yeah, you're totally right. The fucking ads, brand new bitch, and these songs, I swear, you put them on first thing in the morning, you're gonna feel good. All right, we have Three of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Wands, Six of Wands, Temperance reversed, and Four of Swords. Okay. How did you feel about your red lingerie story? Well, you know how guys have something that we don't on their bodies? And that thing that's on their bodies gets stimulated sometimes? You stimulated that. Full show. This Knight of Wands. I'm sure I've made. I'm sure if I've been reading for you for at least 4 years now. I'm sure I've made the Knight. I always joke that the Knight of Wands is the guy with his wiener in his hands. It was probably in his hands. Let's just keep it real. I'm gonna keep it completely transparent. You likely incited a private moment for him, which I think. I was gonna say, isn't that the goal? Isn't that I would like to think that was the if I did a lingerie story, I would want, whoever the object of my affections was to feel that way. You're such a no, you're not. You know what? That's so funny that you say that you're such a teen girl inside. Here's what I say to that. And he still didn't respond because he's trying to play it cool, girlfriend. He's trying to play it cool because he knows that if he seems super thirsty and eager, that's not hot. Does it ever turn any of us on? No. Maybe some of us, but not a woman like you. Um, so he played it cool. But what was I just gonna say? Yeah, no, you posted a story and it definitely affected him in a very positive way there. Yeah, he is. He is. He is. And that's probably why you're attracted to him. Because guys who aren't able to play it cool, let's just be real, that's not, for either gender, it's not attractive. Men or women, when people are too eager, it's just like, I don't know about that. But wow, yeah, it really got him going. Woo! Got him going. Got him going to the point where he thought, I don't know if I can. I'll be honest, girl. Of course, I'm always honest. But this is a little unfortunate with this Three of Pentacles reversed. He was so turned on by your story that he was concerned that the two of you wouldn't be able to work collaboratively as well as he thought he would, as he thought that you would, which is still to be determined, still TBD. You guys still haven't worked together past that photo, or sorry, past the music video that you guys shot together. Did I need to back off a bit? I need to keep it professional. No, 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 no. You can be flirty as hell. If I felt like you should tone it down a bit, I would tell you, like big sister style. Really. If I felt that you were doing too much, I'd tell you. I don't think you are. I don't think you are. But don't expect him to be fawning, because let's just think about it. If he was fawning all over you and sending you messages like, oh my god, fire emojis, peach emojis, you're so hot, oh my god, would that get you going, or would that make you feel like, ooh, he's a little too thirsty? Because that's how I would feel. I don't know if he responded at all, but like if I did a sexy Instagram story with the intention of someone seeing it and they did see it,
I would want them to just like maybe put one fire emoji, or you're very beautiful, or you're very hot. You know what I mean? You don't want too much. That's just me. I don't know about you. Oh no, no, I believe you. I believe you, sweetheart. I believe you. Yeah, it would make me feel unsafe. That's another thing. It would make you feel unsafe. That's a total, yeah. Yep, there we go. Another one. Unsafe. Yeah. 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 No, it definitely, honey, you succeeded. You succeeded. Victory. Six of Wands. And wands are the sexual, they are the sexual realm. You definitely turned them on. Big time. Big time. But you also got him really, you definitely got him thinking. And like I mentioned with this Three of Pentacles reverse, you definitely got him thinking with this Four of Swords. He's just like, am I too attracted to her to be able to work with her? Or can we balance, the talent that I see in her, the beauty that I see in her with me actually being with her? He wants both. He really wants both. He wants his cake and he wants to eat it too. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with. I've never said there's anything wrong with that. Have your cake and eat it too. You deserve it. I think he's not a bad man. He's the type of guy who does deserve it. I feel. He definitely liked the video. So what did he think of it? Oh, he loved the video. Oh, he loved it, and he didn't just watch it once. Girlfriend, it wasn't just a one time thing. He had that on repeat. He maybe had like a 20-minute interval before watching it again, if you know what I mean. But he watched it more than one time. I'll tell you that. Um, but it did also knock him a little bit off balance with this temperance reversed. And this is kind of what I'm talking about with this Four of Swords, where he's just like, I want to work with her. She's got so much potential. She's so beautiful. She's so talented. She's really effing good at what she does. She delivers. Scylla delivers. She's a professional because, in this industry, when I say this industry, I mean models in general. There's a lot of beautiful people out there. A lot of beautiful models out there, of different types. Um, but if you're a lazy, non-communicative, non-driven, non-ambitious person, you're not going to make it. It doesn't matter how effing beautiful or charming you are in this world, you're not going to make it in this industry. And no matter what type of modeling you're doing, and that's what he sees in you is she's got a lot of drive. And sorry, okay, so just try not to post that anymore and keep it professional. He sees how professional you are, sweetheart. Yes, you can remain consistent, you can remain professional while still being slightly flirtatious. Yes. Yeah, and serious moving forward. Absolutely, absolutely. Just make sure that you get that confirmation that you guys are indeed going to be working together. That's the most important thing, is that you guys are going to have that phone conversation, in terms of budget, etc. And that you are a professional, you deliver. It's not just a game here. Like, this is a real job. But would you recommend not to post those stories anymore? I don't know how often you post, Scylla. I'm not friends with you. You're not friends with me on Instagram, so like I can't really tell you because it kind of hurts my feelings because we're not friends on Instagram. No, I'm just kidding. You should be friends with me on Instagram though, but if you don't want to, I totally understand it. But I don't know how often you post. I don't know what the nature of all your posts are. Do I think that you should stop doing beautiful lingerie stories? Um, I don't know. I really don't know. You were waiting for me to ask? Girl, freaking friend me. Freaking friend me, please, because I always have so many things I want to like share with you offline. Like, I'm not even joking. Yeah, be part of the offline Starry-Eyed Tarot Club, where you get to learn more about Miss Sophie and her private life, and vice versa. Yeah. No, I will not say. You got it. Yep, goes both ways. Yeah. No, people don't. I have a lot of clients, not a lot, but I'd say maybe 5, 10 that I share my private life with, and it's the same way. Like, you don't say anything on here. I don't say anything about you on here. But yeah. No, there's definitely a lot of things that I always want to say to people that are offline. Sorry, brushing their teeth. But sorry, there was something else I was gonna say. Okay, investors. Oh, the Four of Swords. That was you wanted to say the Four of Swords. Oh, yes. No, privacy is so sacred to me, and more than ever these days. So this Four of Swords. Hi, Miss Lorraine. You're friends with me on Instagram, right? I hope you are. So this Four of Swords is him really reflecting on how to go forward from here. He he knows he finds you absolutely beautiful. He knows he finds you very charming. We had that intellectual thing, the Ace of Swords. You're charming, you're funny, you're smart. You guys get along on a mental level. You get a he's very attracted to you. My goodness, he has romantic feelings towards you. This all looks good. We didn't see a whole lot of pentacles with him, which is interesting because you guys are about to work together, which is not telling me that he doesn't want to work with you. Nay, not at all. But it does tell me that any kind of reservations that he has at this time are likely due to the fact that he's into you. Fire alarms go downstairs. Should I go check that out? Go check that out. They said exit and go downstairs. It's fire emergency. Okay. Zilla, do that. Go do that. Okay, sweetheart? Please. Go take care of yourself. I'm more than happy to wait like 10 minutes if you really need another question. I'll be here. But you go take care of yourself, okay, babes? And please let me know how you are, if not on here, on Instagram, okay, sweetheart? I'm just thinking, yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to get all paranoid, but like, I'm just thinking about, yeah, the fires last January. Go take care of yourself. Oh, I'll be here for another 5 minutes, okay? So you go take care of yourself. You're all good. Let me know. Actually, at the very least, I'm not even staying on here just to read for you. I just want to know you're okay. So if you can just leave, do what they're telling you to do, and let me know, okay? Please. I know that's kind of a lot to ask, but yeah, go, get out of there. Get out of there, please. Yeah, please. Get to safety. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine. But you gotta be safe. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, love. Thank you. God, I'm such a mom. I love you so much too. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. Yay! We got an extra connection. Love it. All right. You let me know how things go tonight, okay? I need to make sure you're okay. Now I'm like low-key worried, but I'm sure you'll be fine. All right, we're gonna do one last call. Actually, let's see. Will we do one last call? I don't know how many people are even on here, and now I'm worried about Scylla. Okay. I'll do one last call for donations tonight. Or today, I should say, because most of you are on daytime. So if you have a question, let me know. Thank you so much. All right, so I don't know how many people are online right now. I honestly just want to make sure that Miss Scylla is okay. But we'll do a last call for all donations. Another last call. Let me know if you have a question. I am here, and I am somewhat queer, and I would love to answer for you. So yeah, just let me know if you do indeed have a question, and I will take care of you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Doesn't mean I'm not here. Just means that I'm probably drinking oasis or blowing my nose or something that I don't want to have on the TV. But yeah, last call, excuse me, last call everybody tonight for all donations, or today for all donations. Thank you, my